butter. I
do,
love
yeah.
this butter so much.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love plant butter. So hello, welcome to Get Hungry Roos. I'm your host Robbie Lane, and today I'm joined by the lovely Ophelia Griffin.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi, I'm Ophelia. I'm a communications major. I'm a sophomore. And my pronouns are she, her. There we go.
Today we're going to be making some gluten-free muffins. Again, this recipe comes from Gluten-Free on a Shoestring, and that will be linked in the description below. So to start, we already set out all of our ingredients except for the eggs. Oh, but they have to be at room temperature, so I should probably set those out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, what's the first thing?
Preheat the oven at 350.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My oven takes forever to heat.
And then it says to grease or line the loaves of the standard 12-cup muffin tin is set aside.
Okay, there's the muffin tin. Here are our cups. So, Ophelia, you are in a sorority on campus. What sorority are you in?
I am in Alpha Sigma Alpha currently, yes.
Do you have any, office positions?
I'm the public relations chairman, so I'm in. Can you open these? I'm in charge of the social media accounts, so yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I've never been in a sorority. I'm sure that's pretty easy to see. Do you like it? What do you like about being a sorority? I mean, we're in it, so.
Yeah, I do love it. I like it a lot more because I am a sophomore and I did recruitment this past fall, so it's less pressure, I guess, than if I was a freshman rushing for my preference only. And I think going through quarantine and not being around people and taking a gap year really did that for me. Made me secure, I guess.
Yeah.
So if I didn't, if COVID never happened and I did recruitment straight after high school, I would have been in a really bad mental space.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I thought about joining a sorority when I first started college, but I was a theater major at the time, and I was like, I am not gonna have enough time for this.
Oh, trust me, I don't have enough time either, but I'm in it, so.
So we're here now.
We're here now.
All right. We are not putting a crumble on top of the cookies.
Okay.
Muffins? What kind of muffins are we making today? No pressure.
Oh no.
It's between blueberry and chocolate chip. It's up to you.
We can do blueberry.
You want to do blueberry? Okay, we'll have to wash the blueberries. Yeah. They're not washed.
And I kind of want the chocolate chips on top of the topping.
Ooh, that would be good. And since these aren't actual chocolate chips, they're chocolate chunks.
We can
Yeah, it'd be fun. I think that'll taste good. Okay. So first, we're gonna mix all of the wet ingredients. So I'm gonna get a bowl.
I'm gonna wash the blueberries while you do that.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find something that is gonna be gluten-free. A bowl, since gluten, for anybody that doesn't know about being gluten-free, metal and plastics can absorb gluten. And so, since I only became gluten-free back in October, a lot of my stuff is not gluten-free. See, my mom does this thing called Norwex, so I don't have paper towels.
Okay, what's Norwex, please?
Just set it on top of here. Oh, by the way, that slice of banana bread's for you.
I will cry. I love banana bread.
The next episode of Get Hungry Roos is going to be making that banana bread. So that's something to look forward to if you like banana bread as much as Ophelia does.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
You like it? Is it good? It's vegan. Yeah, it's vegan and gluten-free.
It doesn't taste like it. It's delicious.
I used applesauce. That's why. Christiana at the health science bookstore. I like to bake and bring things into the bookstore all the time, still.
Mm-hmm.
And since she's vegan,
Mm-hmm.
if I want to share with her, I make it vegan.
Mm.
So she was not at work yesterday, so she did not get banana bread.
Sorry, Christiana. Maybe next time.
But you told me to save you a slice, so I did.
Christiana, it's good. It's delicious. When you get a slice,
It'll be worth it.
it'll be worth it. Tell Robbie Lynn thank you.
And then, of course, Georgia.
Georgia's here.
Georgia is so happy to have somebody in the apartment that's not me. She's like, I see this girl 24/7. We are never separated.
Probably the best banana bread I ever had.
Yay! I'm glad you like it. I'm sorry there's only one slice.
Don't worry. If there was more, I wouldn't have shared.
Okay, so we need to melt the butter. It's already, that's how much butter we need. If you want to use, I always just put it in this and then melt it in that. So the wet ingredients for this are eggs, buttermilk, butter, and vanilla. Because I am lactose intolerant as well as gluten-free, I use plant-based butter, and I make my own buttermilk. So to make the buttermilk, I make it a cup at a time, and it is a cup of almond milk and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And then you let it sit for 5 minutes and it'll curdle. Probably just hit like 1.
Okay.
You can use that if you want. Okay, the vanilla. How much do we need?
We need 1 teaspoon.
You're welcome. It's a little hot,
Yeah,
so I'd wait a little bit.
I don't want to cook the eggs.
Yeah, that's something I had to explain to somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I was cooking with somebody in Emporia. It was one of my exes.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many horror stories of my exes.
Okay.
And I was baking with him, and he was about to put melted butter straight from the microwave into eggs. And I was like, you're gonna cook the eggs.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's gonna take more than that to cook eggs. I was like, I don't wanna find out, just listen to me. Please just trust me on this.
I've found out that cooks the eggs, and I was horrified. I'm like, what is happening?
Scrambled egg muffins.
It was disgusting.
What a breakfast. So, I thought that you could take these to your sorority sisters tomorrow, because you have an event with them.
I do.
And then you can just return this to me Tuesday. Because it has a lid and everything.
I will not be in class on Tuesday, though.
Oh, I won't either.
I'll be at the Women's Hall of Fame.
Me too.
Okay, perfect. I'll bring it to you eventually.
We'll both be in the same thing, not crusty sauce.
I'll bring it to the event. Like, here's your muffins. All dressed up. Is Georgia coming too?
Yes. Yes.
Where is she? I just
She's
saw her.
right behind you.
Georgia, what are you gonna wear?
She's gonna wear a bandana. That's probably what. While we wait for the eggs to cool, because that might take a while, let's go ahead and put the dry ingredients in the mixer bowl. So we are doing xanthan gum with our flour because a lot of gluten-free flours have xanthan gum mixed in, but I really like this flour.
Bob's Red Mill.
Bob's Red Mill is not sponsoring me, but if they ever did, I would not turn them down.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Please sponsor.
So xanthan gum is a binding agent for gluten-free flour, and if you're vegan, it can also substitute egg whites. Fun fact about xanthan gum. So we will need 2 cups of gluten-free flour, and the measuring cups are in the drawer directly. Yeah, that one.
So 2 cups?
Yep. So I'm so excited for Gina Davis to come.
Me too.
I love her so much. So, Gina Davis, if you're listening,
Gina.
hi.
Hey, Gina. I know. I emailed Krasky yesterday saying, hey, I will not be in class on Tuesday because of I got invited to the Women's Hall of Fame. And he was like, tell Gina Davis I said hello. I'm like, Krasky, I'm not gonna do that. But okay. Anything for you, I guess. Anything for an A.
We need 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum.
So it wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm covering her for Roos.
That's so
I'm covering
cool.
the event. So, I'm gonna stand there afterwards and wait and be like, Miss Davis, can I ask you 1 question? And then if 1 question leads to 2, then 1 question leads to 2.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't decided what my 1 question is yet. I've been like,
do a cereal question.
if you are so kind as to comment on this video, let us know what your personality would be as a cereal and why.
Mm-hmm. Please do. I'll be so happy.
I'd be so happy. That'd be awesome. Okay, we need baking powder. I don't have baking powder, so I made baking powder with cornstarch, baking soda, and cream of tartar.
Okay.
So, fun fact of what you can make.
It
You don't
works.
have it. It does.
It works.
It's a good substitute. I use it for everything. All right, and then we need half a teaspoon of baking soda. This is a quarter, but it fits in that.
Okay.
Not a lot of my measuring.
It's not too much.
I'd probably say that's a full half.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe like a little bit more.
Okay.
Who said baking is an exact science?
No one ever.
No one ever has said
Literally all the
that.
professional bakers are like, it is, but okay.
Okay, we need kosher salt, and we need half a teaspoon. That's still a quarter.
Okay.
But you want to know what I did forget to set out? The sugar. So this is why we look back at our recipes.
Yeah.
When I made my banana bread yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I did forget the sugar, and then I tasted the batter. I was like, this tastes awful. It's not as sweet. I wonder why. All right, so we need half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna need a half cup. Thank you. So you are also, on top of being a communications major, on top of being in a sorority, you are also on student government.
Yes.
What is that like?
It's fun. I enjoy it. I did student government in high school, so like it reminds me a lot of that. I think this year has just been our roughest year so far. But I feel like next year is gonna be better. We're gonna communicate a lot on like what needs to be fixed, what doesn't need to be fixed,
Yeah.
and just like learn how to move as, you know,
A unit.
a unit so we can lead our students in the right direction.
Yeah. If there's an election coming up
Right.
for student body president, why is it important for students to vote? I mean, it's hard to get students to look at their email.
I feel like we've seen what it's like to like have somebody in power and not know what's happening
Yeah.
without being like talked to, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Just like in general, not like even like out of school, just like US government, for example.
Yeah.
And I feel like voting on your opinion, voting what you believe in, voting on like your own values can make change happen. it's hard to vote and it's hard to get out to vote, but I think it's really beneficial to vote because that's proving not only to yourself but to other people that you care about making change happen.
Yeah.
So SGA within itself is important. I feel like having like a student government is important, especially like since you are offered the position to be a voice for the students, especially at a university. It is vitally important. I feel like right now in this day and age, especially like where our country is at, it's so important to have like these conversations with other people who don't have the same values as you do or the same like ideas as you do. But I feel like right now with all like the laws that are passing against the LGBTQIA plus community, and especially with trans people, that really breaks my heart in so many ways, and it makes me so upset. With Roe v. Wade being overturned over the summer, and a lot of women or people who identify as women not having access to any kind of healthcare or any kind of products to help them. It's just like there's a lot of other things, but we need to have these conversations, especially like if we are in a university and we have like these young adults, these like young people who are understanding who they are, understanding their values and their beliefs, and if we are a student government and we're not talking to the students and just like doing things behind their backs, that's not okay at all. So I feel like that's a lot of importance on why I'm passionate about SGA, and why it's important to have a student government.
Can students who are not part of SGA go to meetings?
Yes, they can. So all student meetings are every other Monday. So whenever this comes up, it'll be Senate Monday.
Okay.
And it's at 6 o'clock every single other Monday, and all the students who are not a part of SGA can sit in the peanut gallery, which is, if you ever been in the SGA chambers, you know, like it's like a big not a lecture room, but like a big like room, and there's like seating on the side of the room. That's where students can sit who are not a part of SGA.
If students aren't able to go to a meeting, how can they find out what's going on in the meetings? Are there minutes posted?
We have minutes. I do not know for sure if the minutes are posted on work groups. I honestly never thought about that, but the minutes are, I don't know if the minutes are posted, but if you know somebody who is in SGA, or who is like heavily involved like with student government in general, you can ask one of us and we could probably give you like the whole rundown on the like what we're passing, what we're not passing, the conversations that we had in the Senate. And actually I like the idea of posting the minutes on, I feel like they are posted on work groups, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
So
I think it'd be good for students to know how they can access it, because I mean, you know, I need to spend time doing homework, but I still want to know what's going on.
Right.
And I do know that Claire in Roos News. Hi Georgia.
Hi Georgia.
Claire in Roos News has been going to the meetings, and she's been writing articles.
Georgia.
Whenever she does that, it reminds me of that Shrek scene where they're saying like everybody's name, and then Donkey's like, Donkey!
The last time we had our meeting minutes posted was a few months ago, so.
So it's a thing that has happened in the past.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I think that could be something that comes. You can always, if you want the minutes posted, who should you contact?
You can contact you can either contact Todd Wells, who is our advisor, or you can contact our speaker, who is currently Quinn. I love Quinn. She is one. Yeah, Georgia's right. We love Quinn. Quinn is one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and so you can email Quinn to see the minutes, or you can ask somebody who is a part of SGA to give you like the whole rundown. But yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So yeah, that's just my little 2 cents.
Yeah. While you were saying that, I realized that my brown sugar is rock solid, so I'm trying to get that to not be the case anymore, because this is the only brown sugar I have and we need it. We don't need all of it. I just need a quarter of a cup of packed brown sugar. Georgia, will you break this up for me?
Georgia, please. Georgia, please.
Georgia, throw this at a wall.
Georgia, please. I was like, I'm on my way.
I've come to help. I'm not usually invited into the kitchen.
What do you want, Georgia?
You want a blueberry? You can have a blueberry.
Yummy.
It's good for you. You're gonna spit it out.
She doesn't
on the
like
floor.
it.
No, she likes to inspect her food before she eats it. Yeah. And she hasn't had blueberries in a long time. I don't know what to do with this. Oh, do you want anything to drink? I have Olipop. I have orange Olipop. Did you get about a quarter cup? Smush it.
She's still hard.
Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm gonna use this brown sugar.
Yeah. Maybe?
Not supposed to be that packed.
No.
That's good. I just got them. Yeah, I was at the store and I realized that we hadn't talked about what we were gonna do with our muffins. And so I was like, chocolate chip. Go ahead and get chocolate chips. Go ahead and get blueberries, and then whatever we don't do.
Oh, this is good.
I love Olipop. It's a prebiotic tonic. So whisk to combine and break up any lumps in the brown sugar.
Okay. I'm like, combine what? I have a question for you.
Okay.
Going back to the sorority question, like, what's your stereotype of like a sorority? Like the first thing that comes to your mind?
I don't think I really have one. Everybody I've ever met in a sorority has always been really nice. And the only like stereotype I have is everybody wants you to join their sorority because it's the best. And I remember at Emporia State, one girl was like, well, you should join our sorority because we're good friends with your boyfriend's sorority or fraternity. So we do a bunch of things together, so you'll get to see your boyfriend more. I was like,
That's called fifth promising. We don't do that.
I was just like, well, I'm busy with being a freshman in theater, and I can't afford it.
I'm sorry I did that.
My sister was in a sorority, and my grandma and my Aunt Connie. So I would be a legacy for Alpha Sigma. Alpha.
Oh my god.
Alpha Sigma.
That's so exciting. I love it, Brain.
But my great aunt Connie was actually the president when she was at Emporia State.
Damn, good for her.
My grandma got kicked out.
Oh, why?
She went to a party and did not return until after curfew, and then went back to the party.
I like her.
That's what everybody says when they hear that story.
That's funny. I like that.
That's the grandma I named after.
Oh, is she still alive?
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma. Want a party?
She's the one I made the banana bread with.
Oh my god, Grandma, I love the banana bread. It was delicious.
So she's great.
I love
She's
her already.
awesome. Yeah, she loves everybody. Well, most everybody.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so I'm making a little well in
Scoochie.
Scoochie or Tushy. This is why you're not invited into the kitchen. I made a little well in the middle. 8. I don't know why that's important, but I've read that it's important. And now I'm adding the wet ingredients into that well. Oh, that's a lovely noise.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I hate that noise so much. This is why everybody was like, oh, is it going to be like an ASMR? I was like, I hope not. I really hope not. Okay. So stir until just combined.
That does not look good.
Why would I don't
I don't get it.
Yeah. When people ask me, I was like, I don't like ASMR.
This is fun.
I like baking, and I like talking to people. I don't like ASMR. So that's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be talking about food.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah. Do you have any eating restrictions or like dietary needs?
I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
I don't mind eggs though.
Okay.
And I'm allergic to coconut.
Oh, me too.
Word. Okay, word. I think we talked about this.
Yeah. We were talking about like what to bake. I was like, and you said not coconut. I was like, don't worry about that.
Yeah, definitely allergic to coconut. Do I still eat it sometimes? I love coconut.
Great. So that's just combined.
Okay.
I don't know how many blueberries you want to add into that. I'm gonna let you decide, and I'm just gonna look away and let it happen.
I'm doing like. That's enough.
Okay. We can always add more on top too.
Yeah. Ooh.
But you don't want it to be like blueberries with a hint of muffin.
Okay.
And now, I'm just gonna put this in this. We have a quarter cup.
Yeah.
Into each little thing.
I might pop in the blueberries too.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
I trust you.
Okay.
They're going to your sorority sisters.
That is true. That is very true.
I will eat like one or two.
Hey, Office Sig. How y'all doing? Love y'all dearly.
Okay. All right, and that's gonna be in for 20 minutes. Are you still playing with that blueberry? You did not just break it over my carpet.
Georgia.
No, it's still perfectly... You can't even tell that it was in her mouth. Georgia, did you...
Eat it.
It's good for you. So, something that people that I've heard I liked about the first episode is that it was informative. And so, since you're vegetarian, I thought we could talk a little bit about what it means to you to be vegetarian.
So, growing up, I never really ate a lot of meat in the first place. I don't know why. I was just like...
She's just playing with the blueberry.
I don't know why. I just like never ate like a lot of meat. Or like if I did, like I didn't eat all of it.
Yeah.
So like flash forward to like high school, I want to say my sophomore year of high school, I started to eat like a lot more like greens, and just like more vegetables in general. Like my go-to like at home snack was sliced bell peppers with ranch. I don't know why. I was addicted to those. And my sister, she went to Costco one day and like we drove her to her house for a little like family dinner, and she had like these like spinach stuffed raviolis. So good. It was fantastic. I'm like, oh my god, is this what being a vegetarian is like? Because this is fantastic. Excuse me. And so like that next month I started to like look at like more recipes that are vegetarian, or like how to like substitute like meat in general with anything that's like veggie based. And then slowly but surely I became a vegetarian. I was vegetarian my entire senior year of high school, and then I kind of like cut back a little bit, and then I was vegan for almost a year. I want to say like 11 months. And then came back to like a normal eating habit, and then I'm vegetarian for almost 2 years now.
Okay. I think that being vegetarian is awesome. It's just not something I think I could do. Because most of the meals that I grew up on are meat based. most of the meals I make are meat-based, and I already have so many eating restrictions with gluten and dairy, and so a lot of the time I'll order a protein and rice because it's safe. And so I think I want to try to go pescatarian because that's really good for you. But I know that whenever I go home, it would be, okay, can we go back to meat for a weekend? Because my dad, I love him to death. He's the greatest person I know, one of the greatest people I know. He does not know how to do anything outside of Southern.
That's my mom.
If he's making fish, it's probably deep fried.
Yep. And it smells good every single time.
It's so addictive.
And I cry in my room. I'm like, okay, what are we gonna have for dinner? And it's not gonna be the fish. It makes me so mad.
Yeah, one time we did a fish fry, and he fried catfish. It was one of the best meals. I think we made our own hush puppies too, but like the Southern hush puppies with the corn in it. Nobody gets that those hush puppies are better.
They've been better.
They've been better. I need Missouri to be Southern.
We won't.
Yeah. I mean, except for, politics.
Right.
Politics will be Southern, but the food won't be.
The food will not be. I have dreams about those hush puppies from time to time. My family's from New Orleans.
Okay.
And it's a blessing and a curse to be down there while being vegetarian, because me and my sister are both vegetarian, and my sister's wife is not, and so she is allergic to fish, so she can't eat anything down there either. So it's really like all of us just like standing here and just be like, what can we eat? Because half of everything is either not vegetarian or shellfish, and we cannot eat those. Coconut too, because daiquiris.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, I'm probably gonna starve if I'm down here. Everybody else, my entire family's having a whole feast, and I'm like, can I have greens or something?
Yeah. My dad's from Mississippi. So and tiny, like, do you know where Tupelo is? It's next to Tupelo.
Ooh.
But not in Tupelo.
That's good.
So when we go, we're like isolated from the rest of the world. Closest thing's Walmart, which is across a highway that is awful to drive on. And I remember I must have been like 7, and we were my dad and I were in Topeka, and we were picking up my sister from rehearsal. And so we went to a Dillon's, and my dad was like, hey, do you want a snack? And I was like, oh, I would love a snack. I love food. Let's get you some chicken nuggets. So we go up to the counter, and my dad says to the woman, we would like a 12 count of those chicken nuggets. Sir, those aren't those chicken nuggets. So she packs them up and looks at me like, you poor child. I eat it, I like it. My dad tells me, you just ate chicken livers. That's how I found out I like chicken livers. And so from then on, and my dad does not like chicken liver. So he will deny this. He'll deny that this ever happened.
That's called gaslighting.
Yeah.
Maybe you should talk about that. I'll send you and your dad. I know someone.
But we called my grandfather, and I was like, Dad, we were talking about this story, and he was like, that didn't happen. I was like, Dad, how would I have found out I like chicken livers if it was not in this setting? And he was like, well, you tried it with your grandpa. I was like, the only time I tried food because of my grandfather was we had burgers. And nobody from my side of the family, from the Topeka Kellys, put anything like vegetable on their burgers because we're picky. And she's like, you're not petting me. So my grandpa said to my dad, wow, like your kids are super picky and don't want to eat anything on their burgers besides the meat. So I said, pass the onion. And I put onions on my burger.
Pass the onion.
Out of spite.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that's when I learned I like onions.
That's your villain arc.
It is. Pass the onions, Owen.
Oh, that's so funny. See, Georgia thinks it's funny too.
Georgia thinks this was great.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But it's interesting, like, why we try things.
Right.
But so now when I want my dad to try things, I'll just leave it sitting out at my parents' house, not say anything, and then he'll eat it. And then he'll be like, oh, this is good. I'm like, it's gluten-free. And he'll be like, it's good for gluten-free.
Right.
It's like,
Gaslight.
yeah. So when I made my banana bread, I was like begging him to try it because he likes banana bread. He likes my grandma's banana bread, and we used my recipe. And I was like, Dad, please just try it. Like, it's so good. It's probably the best banana bread ever. Like next to grandma's, but it was made by grandma, so it's still her banana bread. And so. Hi, Georgia. He told my mom, like, later on, will you just tell her I tried it and I liked it? And my mom was like, no, you're gonna try it. So he did, and he was like, that was good banana bread. It was good banana bread.
It is good banana bread.
But, so now he gets what he served. He taught me to trick people into eating things.
Gaslight.
Gaslight, gatekeep.
So true. I'm gatekeeping that banana bread. That banana bread was good.
Well, I got the recipe online and I followed it exactly. Except I used applesauce instead of eggs.
It was delicious.
She's trying to use her buttons. And she's looking at me like, you know what I said, but I didn't hear it say anything.
We didn't hear it, Georgia. You didn't say anything.
Can you say it again? Okay.
Okay.
This is what I live with. This is every day.
She looks like she's talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, I'm glad that you see this, because sometimes I feel like I'm going insane.
No, my dog's the same way.
Okay.
You're my cats.
See, I'm just surprised she hasn't heavy side yet at all of this. But
she will.
Yeah. Knowing Georgia, she will. I don't know. I think that I was like looking through Roos. I was like, what can I contribute? It's done. You might want to move. Yeah. I was like, what could I contribute in a way that's like would be good for students and actually that we don't already have.
Right.
Because I wanted to do something fun. I like politics and I want to do politics eventually, but not yet. I want to find my voice first.
That's good. Good for you.
Yeah. And I'm trying not to end.
You look good though.
I'm so good.
And we still have more mix left.
Yeah. So I was like trying to find my voice. I was like, I could do like a food review, a recipe review, but I can't post any of her recipes because she wants people to still go to her website, which I get.
Right.
So after I try the vegan alternative, I'm gonna make vegan recipe cards.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
Because that way, it's not technically her recipe. I'm still gonna like link her, but I was like, I hate blogs, like cooking blogs, because it's like you have to hit the jump to recipe and then it takes you like 5 pages down.
Yep, they're always explaining their like story in the first half. I'm like, I know that your mom made this recipe, but please, share it.
And so that's why I thought like this would be a really fun way to do it because we're baking, we're actually trying the recipes, and we're still talking about like our life stories, but it's while we wait for things to get out of the oven.
Right.
And the recipe card will still be available front and center. So the whole point is, the recipe card will be up.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow along and make your recipe as we talk, and then when the recipe's done, then you can eat when we're eating.
Right.
So
It's so fun.
yeah, that was kind of my idea.
Oh, that looks so good. I hope you don't really stand it.
No,
It kind of sucks. It's okay.
yeah. I've never had chocolate and blueberry together.
I used to like eat like these nature bars that were blueberry on the top and like chocolate on the bottom. They were delicious. So hopefully they taste the same. They probably won't, but the concept is there.
Yeah, and if they don't, then that's only 6 muffins that you won't like the top of it.
Right.
Oh, I should probably take a picture of. I'm trying to take pictures so that way this time there are things to look at while you listen. Because last time there wasn't anything to look at. Because it was just eggs and rice.
Right.
That's the blandest looking meal.
That's my go-to depression meal though.
Mine too.
It's so good though.
Yeah, it's my go-to sick meal, depression meal. I always have a lot of eggs on hand because I also bake a lot. So I get like an 18 count or more of eggs. And because I make eggs all the time.
Eggs, the concept of eggs like gross me out. But every blue moon, if there is eggs in our fridge, which there always are because my mom loves eggs, I will make eggs and rice. And that's like my cheat meal of the week.
Yeah. It's
so
super
good.
cheap.
It is. I like it with sticky rice better. So good.
I usually make it with white. I like it with basmati the best. But my rice cooker is being really weird right now. And I don't know why. So I'm just making minute rice because
Same thing.
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is I don't wash my minute rice.
Yeah, same.
I wash my basmati.
That's good.
Yeah.
Have you tried with jasmine rice?
Mm-mm.
Jasmine rice is fantastic. It's so good.
So we're gonna try the chocolate and blueberry first. I got a little chocolate on the pan, trying not to get.
It's really melted.
Yeah. What's the best time to eat chocolate?
That's so good.
I like it.
That was good. That was a good idea. It tastes just like the bars too. Ah, look at me. I'm a genius.
It's just so good. Such a good idea.
I really like how we distribute the blueberries because it's not too blueberry or not too muffiny.
Yeah. It's the right.
Yep.
Somebody also asked me if I was gonna make this into a mukbang. I was like,
No. Please no. I'm an ugly eater.
I'm so self-conscious when I'm eating. As much as I love baking and stuff, eating on a first date is one of my worst nightmares. Yeah. But it's still something I do every time.
Same. We always end up eating something.
Yeah. I mean, it's such an easy first date.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna get a fork and try to get the rest of these out. So we can put the rest of the muffins in. Oh no, this one's sinking. The blueberry's taking it down.
Wonderful. Yeah, these are not going to survive tomorrow.
No.
They're too good. I need a study snack for tonight, and these are perfect.
Yeah. Well, I hope that your sorority sisters like them. If they get to them, they better.
You made these with love.
Yeah. And And Georgia.
And Georgia too.
Georgia did not help in any of the baking.
She did not, but she's here. She lives here.
Yes. The most she would get is a blueberry muffin. Well, I think that's kind of where we're going to end it today. We will see you again soon
Woohoo.
for another cooking podcast.
Yay.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.